That's the problem with technology. It's like the weather. It's never accurate. 9 o'clock. Not bad for a girl from the south side of Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Are you lying this whole time? I thought you were from Puerto Rico.
I am. I'm Puerto Rico.
This could be like a religious broadcasting thing. Did she?
That's Trista department.
Oh.
It's not a lady.
Oh.
But you could be if you want.
I hope that edited. What did you say? Hi, welcome to Making Waves, your Tassie Bank podcast. This is Alan Gaul, your Vice President of Marketing and Brand for the bank. And today's guest is Jackie Diaz. What's your title?
Loan support manager.
Loan support manager. I think I gave you a promotion.
You did.
I did?
Just like a second ago.
Did they call it? Did anybody call you out on that?
No, nobody.
You're not getting any extra money or anything
No.
out of this deal? All right. That's really unfortunate. Because I'm not either. I was hired as a marketing guy. Now I'm all of a sudden in my life doing a podcast. I even no idea I'm doing this. All right. So you are Jackie Diaz.
I am.
You sure?
Should we check my birth certificate?
I want to. Okay. So you know what this title of the episode is called?
No.
Servicing Success, Elevating Loan Servicing Excellence. When I think of loan servicing excellence, I think of Jackie Diaz.
Do you?
I do. So with that, tell us a little bit about yourself, Jackie. You started with the bank in 2019. The only reason I know that is we started, I think, 2 weeks apart, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and when we both started at the bank, we were on the 5th floor of the building,
That's right.
isolated in this like little tiny room with a door, and it was you, Renee Obispo,
That's right.
Jay-Z,
That's right.
and myself.
That's it.
And that was, let's see, December of 19,
Mm-hmm.
all of January of 20,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of February of 20, and then I took off to Guam, and I basically never saw you guys again. That was it.
You ghosted us.
Ghosted. I was COVIDed, but I was on Guam. I get to Guam, and I'm wearing a suit, and they're like, you can't ever show up like this. You look like an FBI agent. And then I come back in my suit that I didn't get to wear in Guam, and I show up, and Dave says, what are you doing here? I said, I'm working. He goes, no, you're going home. And I'm like, did I get in trouble what did I do? And I'm like, Dave, I'm going home is like forever? He goes, well, I don't know how long, but you just need to leave the building. And it was COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so you and I never, really, we accomplished a lot, right? I was on a previous episode. By the way, thank you for being here. I know
I appreciate it.
you're
Thank
taking
you.
time out of your day, and I know it's tough because you guys got a lot going on. But early on, you and I and Ramel actually accomplished a ton of stuff around technology and some of those early wins that sort of helped us into kind of the environment we're in today. Just kind of highlight some of the early stuff that you worked on as you've kind of progressed and now we are today.
Well,
Because it's only been it's going on 5 years. You'll make the 5 years. I don't know if I'll make it. And December's a long way away for guys like me. And if this podcast keeps going downhill, then who knows? Dave will go, hey, you know what? We need someone to clean the bathrooms, please. That might be my next career move.
Oh, no. It's a progression, definitely. It's something that has happened from day one.
Yeah.
Day one, everything is basically working with the bank, working with getting new systems up and running, coordinating with different departments to ensure that we're on track on how we're supposed to be with compliance and all that good
Speaking
stuff.
of compliance, you're a lifelong banker.
Yeah.
I was going to baking school. I always say this, and you know this. I was going to baking school. I didn't see the end. I thought it was BAKING. I was going to be baking croissants. Go to class. Everyone's got like pens and ties. I got like a white coat, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" I'm here for croissant class. No, sit down. You're going to learn about rate rock and ROI and all kinds of other stuff.
Are these the questions?
This is the problem when you and I. This is exactly what happens when we work together.
They should never put us to ever work together.
Ever. So that's the thing, right? Is we really started working together well on the phone, Zoom, etc.
That's right.
We went into, how many consecutive weeks, months developed into years did we have that Tuesday, Thursday meeting,
It went on for roughly the 5 years.
right? It
The
just
5
really
years.
kind of just ended.
It did.
And what started off as a call for basically a workflow overhaul of our CRM system,
That's right.
you really spearheaded the Tassie Bank initiative that really not a lot of people know about. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? Because that was a big, like you said, 5 years of time. And granted, Tuesday, Thursday, all of that kind of stuff and in between. But you did a lot that I don't think a lot of people realize what you truly did.
Well, with the CRM, one of the biggest tasks that we had was to develop a pipeline report that was effective for the organization, where everyone was able to see the full outline of what everything was.
Yeah.
What the loan amounts were, the interest rates, the timeline, how long it takes to do a loan. In the past, we didn't have that. So as we worked towards that, we were able to implement and establish a great pipeline report where now we currently use that as a workforce throughout our organization.
Jackie Diaz, let me tell you something about the pipeline. Today is pipeline day.
That's right.
I was in the office for pipeline. I didn't even go to the meeting. I probably should have said this because they probably don't even know. Now they know, like, where was he? Hiding in the podcast room. So, man, I lost my train of thought on that pipeline one. Yeah, today was pipeline. Oh, you made a comment on an early call this morning, or I was sitting outside your office and you said, when's the pipeline report coming out? Didn't I say 9 o'clock?
You sure did.
Weren't you the one that came up with that? You were
I
like,
did.
because it was a genius
did.
idea.
I did. But
So-
it was out at 9:05.
It was 9:05?
That's right.
That's the problem with technology. It's like the weather. It's never accurate. 9 o'clock, it's scheduled. Like,
That's right.
if you have something scheduled automatically through a system,
That's right.
9
I
o'clock.
have a call in, don't worry.
Anyway, that was pretty funny. That was funny. All right, look, let's go through tell me a little bit about the loan application process on your side of the house. What does that look like? Because you guys are involved in a loan app, as
That's
I
right.
understand it, correct?
Yeah, so on our side, we're in the loan documentation and servicing side. So our department is split into 2 departments. So there's a spearheaded loan documentation part where we actually start the application, where the relationship manager provides us an application package that a customer provides to them, and then we use that to run our reports. And once that is done, it goes to our underwriters, credit analysts, and then an approval is generated. Once that approval is generated, then we generate the loan documents on our side.
And up to this point, it's all internal, correct?
Everything is internal.
Okay.
Everything is internal. Then after that, we pretty much generate the loan documents, work with escrow.
I heard Esco's a really nice lady. Did she?
Escrow's a department.
Oh.
It's not a lady.
Oh.
But she could be if you want.
I hope that edited. Did you say anything? Woo, I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna be in
Thank God
trouble.
for editing.
I hope they edit. I really hope they don't edit this out. All right, so up until that point, it's all internal, right?
That's right.
And so you're dealing with escrow at this point.
That's right.
Okay, and then what's the next part? What do you guys do?
Then after that, the loan closes, we get the loan, we validate the information.
And who's communicating with the customer at this point? Is it you guys? Is it the RM? Or you guys are just doing...
The relationship manager throughout the loan is in communications with the borrower.
And then you guys are dealing with appraisers, escrow, et cetera, right?
That's
So
right.
you're doing the servicing side, they're doing the relationship side.
Correct.
Awesome.
Correct.
So what do you guys do? What kind of measures or what kind of things are in place to ensure sort of that transparent and efficient loan servicing processing, right? I know that we brought in a lot of technology. You've been and you have a background, right? You came over from Chase. So you have kind of that big bank experience with a lot of efficiency. In fact, you just got a promotion recently. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Was that even announced? Edit!
So, with that unannounced promotion that nobody knows about, but
That's
it'll be,
right.
now it's known.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let me be
I
the
really
first
appreciate
to
thank you.
congratulate. Not bad for a girl from the south side of Chicago.
Chi-town.
Chi-town, shout out. Guess what? I was at a Giants White Sox game last night.
Oh, I was too.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
You're
5 to
kidding.
3. I was in the front.
I was sitting in section 110.
I was 106.
I was 110 row 26.
I was row 12.
And I went down to section 103
Uh-huh.
to get a Sheboygan because they're playing the Sox. You got to get a Sheboygan, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have grilled onions; they only had sauerkraut,
Yeah.
and they didn't have brown mustard. They had French's yellow mustard. So,
Yeah,
do you miss Chicago? Like a Chicago dog. That was a good Chicago,
those are good.
right? What do you miss about Chicago? Anything?
No.
No. Where are you from originally?
Chicago.
Chicago. Born and raised in Chicago.
No, born in New York.
I never knew that. You were born in New York?
Yeah. Does this have anything to
I wanted our listeners to get to know you.
Okay.
I'm getting to know her. I didn't know she was born in New York.
Yes, sir.
Are you lying this whole time? I thought you were from Puerto Rico.
I am. I'm Puerto
You
Rican.
can't be
native.
Wait, you're a Puerto Rican native or a New York native?
Puerto Rican native. My mom, my father are Puerto Rican.
You ever go back to Puerto Rico?
Yes, I did. I was just there not too long ago.
Can you service loans in Puerto Rico for Bank of Guam?
I don't think so.
Okay. Just trying to get you out of here.
Okay.
All right. Should we get back to this? Because you keep bringing me off topic.
I know. Sorry.
This is evidence why we should not. This is why they don't let me come into the office.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. All right. We were talking about customer support throughout the loan process, right?
Correct.
So the RM handles that. You
Yeah.
guys are dealing with the servicing side, escrow,
Escrow. We work with escrow.
appraisers.
And then at the complete final stages of it, we're servicing the loan. So we service the life of the loan. So what that means is that any borrower that we currently have, they have any questions via that they're doing a change of address, they're wanting to talk about their interest rate, their payment, or whatnot, they would call our department. We would help to facilitate their questions and make sure that we get them going in the right direction.
So you guys offer phone support, all those technical.
Everything online. We don't offer the online support in our department, but we can refer them over to a department that we do have that does offer that service.
That's awesome. So you talked about the life of the loan, and a lot of our clients we have long-term relationships with.
Long-term.
So the life of the loan, I think, again, I'm a marketing guy. Life of the loan could be many things, I think, but what happens if they need like a refinance or a modification or something like that? Because that's still part of the loan cycle.
That's still part of the loan cycle. It would still be handled within our department. The relationship manager would still be involved with coordinating with the borrower their wants and needs, depending on their specifications of what they want. Either a refinance for additional funds for whatever reason, or if they need any help or assistance because they fell into some type of hardship. So we would help to facilitate those things by rerunning the whole process again and making it as painless as possible with a short amount of time.
Gotcha. Okay. So along those same lines, because it sounds like information's going back and forth.
Correct.
A lot of information's going back and
Correct.
forth. And to me, it sounds like it's sensitive information.
Very sensitive.
You know me, I'm a sensitive guy, so I love sensitive information.
Okay.
However, with that sensitive information, Ramel was on a different episode, our digital banking guy.
I like that guy.
Ramel?
It's kind of cool.
I love Ramel. You know what's funny about Ramel and I? We were both rocking the Tassie Bank new, well, not new, but the cannabis shirts. I think when he was like, we showed up wearing his, we can wear whatever we want as long as it's Tassie Bank.
So why didn't we get one?
I don't know. You put me on the spot. You just like make me feel bad. Maybe I'm trying to surprise you guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
We'll talk about cannabis in a little bit.
Okay.
We have to talk about it. We can't. This is a podcast.
Okay.
Family run bank,
Okay. Got it.
California.
Down
Cannabis is
straight.
legal. And you can't like do like, I don't know, can you still drink at lunch like back in the day? Did you ever like go out for cocktails at lunch as a banker?
Maybe.
Maybe, you don't have to.
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Because you can't remember because you drank so much
I'm
at
on the
lunch.
clock right now.
You're what?
I'm on the clock right
You're in
now.
a
I cannot
podcast room.
answer.
No one's even
answer
around.
those type of questions.
I remember back in the day going out and having some cocktails at lunch as a banker, and I was a successful banker. Now I'm a successful podcast host. But that's one thing that's way gone by the wayside is I don't think bankers go out and have cocktails at lunch anymore.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It makes me sad. So, because we're not drinking at lunch anymore, they decided to come up with this term called cybersecurity.
That's right.
So, in terms of that information that's going back and forth, what do you guys do from a cybersecurity perspective to not only protect the bank, but as important, protect the client's confidentiality and their financial statements and whatever else they provide you guys?
Well, we have verifiers in place. We have a two-step verifier, so everything is handled with various individuals. It's not, like when a borrower calls in, he's like, I want information about my loan. It's basically they get verified in multiple ways in order to validate the validity of the individual.
Validating the validity of the individual.
That's right.
Okay. I think there was like a double negative.
Is it double? Can you edit that? Can you remove that?
You with the editing. You're like the most
I don't know.
Jackie Diaz.
I'm trying to help you out here.
Let me help myself. I don't need help from loan servicing and podcasting. I mean, I really have to.
I don't know why you call me to do these things.
What trends or changes? This is my last question.
Okay, thank you, Jesus.
This could be like a religious broadcasting thing. Maybe Jesus should enter the room.
Okay.
Maybe he'd be a little nicer.
Okay.
All right. So again, you've been in banking for a long time. You came from Chase, and you again implemented a ton of stuff over here. Just as you've seen banking change, as you've grown up in the industry, and to where you are today, Tassie Bank being a commercial bank, what changes, trends? What do you see for the future in terms of more so around loan servicing? Ramel talked a lot about AI. Robin, who's leaving us, right? He talked a little bit about AI in terms of the credit analyst role. But for trends for the future, close it out and tell me about the future of loan servicing, what that might look like from your perspective.
Well, for loan servicing, I also am a fan of trying to incorporate AI. AI in different various aspects, where we would be able to generate loan documents at a faster pace and scale. We would be able to communicate much more efficient with our title companies and be able to fund loans much quicker. So I'm really looking forward to the AI technology that's hopefully coming forward.
Yeah, because you were talking about efficiencies within a department and across the branch as a whole, and it does seem like just based on, like I said, what we've done, technology has been so important to us, and we have really, I think, a group of us have been on the forefront of sort of that technical revolution for the bank itself. All right, any fun marketing guy stories you want to tell? This is your shot. You get one shot. Anything you want to tell the listeners about the marketing guy?
What do we want to say about the marketing guy?
Well, first of all, I always like to say on the podcast, I always bring up lunch because I feel like I am a lunch guy.
You are.
And I try to pride myself on thinking I treat people to lunch more than anybody else.
You do.
So how many how many times roughly?
Have we gone out to lunch?
Yeah.
More than 20.
More than 20? Thank you, Tassie Bank. We are both well satiated. Thank you, Jackie Diaz. It is truly a pleasure having you on. I've been looking forward to this. I have no idea what they're going to edit. I hope they don't edit anything.
I hope they edit the whole thing.
But I'm grateful for you. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Servicing Success, Elevating Loan Servicing Excellence with our guest, Jackie Diaz. I'm your host, Alan Gaul. Till next time, keep making waves out there, everybody.
Bye.